All right, guys, we got Coach Frost will start with an opening statement, and we'll go from there. Everybody, when we're ready, I guess. Everybody good?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. You got anything?
Just proud of our guys. I was a little bit worried about this game, being the game before the game, being in the cold, being our ninth straight week playing a football game. A lot of factors kind of pointed them playing better, a lot better recently. A lot of factors pointed to this one potentially being a tough one, and our guys responded. I'm thrilled with the way they did.
What does it mean to be 10-0 right now?
We talked about it last night, and we usually don't talk about big picture things like that, but we talked about how hard it is to get to 10-0. Not very many people do it, and just a handful of teams maybe every year out of 129 teams in the country that ever have a chance to do it. I put that in front of them last night, and it's hard. It's hard to win football games. It's hard to win that many in a row, and what these guys have done this year is amazing.
How did you prepare the team, because they are playing in colder weather than what you guys are used to?
We threw them all in ice tubs all week, and we made them sleep there.
Oh, nice.
No, we were happy. We were happy when the forecast got a little bit better. It was supposed to be a little colder and rainier, and I was a little bit worried about that. And then I was walking in off the field before pregame even started, and I saw all of our DBs and receivers coming out to warm up with no shirts on, and I knew right then our team's mindset was in the right place. And you have to have made a decision that they're going to attack it to do something like that. And once I saw that, I knew we were in for a good day.
Was that something they were asked to do, or did the kids do that?
If somebody asked them, it might have been Zach, our strength coach, but it certainly wasn't orchestrated by the coaching staff.
You mentioned you don't do the big picture stuff. What made you do it this time? Why was this a good time for you to bring that up?
In order to get a point across, I sometimes you got to stop and look up and realize the ride you're on, and we don't want to make that make us a tight football team or feel like we're holding on to something. But I want these guys to realize how special what they're accomplishing is, and that might make them work even a little bit harder for these last one or two.
What do you think of Traquan's one-handed catch there by the end zone?
Yeah, I went up to him on the sideline and just said, "Na-na-na, because that's one of the best ones I've seen. I think he got pushed out, came back in. I don't know how he caught that and kept his foot in, but he's been making special plays for us all year.
Can you talk about Shaquem's play today? I was talking about great catches.
Just another unbelievable football player, unbelievable teammate, unbelievable leader for us. The kind of guy you want to be around all the time. I haven't seen very many people in my football career that hustle the way he does, and on top of being talented and an awesome person, he works harder than people, and he deserves what he gets.
The forced turnovers, Scott, defense came up big when they had.
Yeah, I was worried a little bit in the first quarter because we sputtered on our first drive, and then I looked up and we scored on our second, but I think we'd only touched the ball once, and there was 4 minutes left in the quarter. And I've been in those games before, and I said, "Oh no, they're going to play keep away, and if we can't get off the field," and that's where turnovers come in. And I haven't seen stats. I can't imagine we had very many yards because the defense kept giving it to us deep in their territory, and the offense did a good job of finishing them. But turnovers are the biggest stat in football, and that played out today.
With it being a short week until next Friday, how much of a benefit was it to have most of the starters out by the beginning of the fourth quarter?
Yeah, we debated on the sideline when to get them out, and I think we might have been a series early the way the game played out. Would have liked to seen the offense score once more, maybe another stop. But listen, we got five days to prepare basically for the biggest game of the year, and they have 8, which I'm not thrilled about. But our guys have overcome a lot of things before, and being able to get those guys off the field might help them recover a little better.
Have you guys talked about the game on Friday, or now that you moved past it, are you planning on kind of talking?
The only reason we've talked about that game is talking about this game. I told them I knew I didn't have to worry about them being up and excited to play next Friday, but this one I wanted to make sure we were up for, and the guys did what we asked.
I know you're tired of being asked this, but there was a report that came out the other night about agreeing that you agreed to terms with Nebraska. Is there anything that you would want to say to reassure UCF fans?
Yeah, that's just totally false. I haven't paid any attention to all these whirlwind rumors and everything, and I'm not gonna. I got an unbelievable team, and I'm gonna coach them, and I can promise you that no decision has been made about anything.
What's it like when you see there was fans hanging over the tunnel, Nebraska fans that were waving those signs in front of all the players? What does that do to a team when you see stuff like that?
I don't know. It doesn't do anything to me. Listen, I talked to Coach Osborne once back in Nebraska, and he was at the Wailing Wall in Israel and had to sign an autograph with a yarmulke on for a Nebraska fan. That's just the way those people are. So it doesn't surprise me that they show up, and that's awesome. But I'm here to coach our football team, and we got a special football team.
Now that this game is over, was there more emotion going into this Temple game because of last year that you noticed?
Yeah, I think the guys that were here and playing last year remember that game, and there's always a little bit of hurt coming out of a game like that, and it was probably a little extra motivation for some guys, but so much water's been gone under the bridge since then that I think these guys are more excited about what's happening this year than they are worried about what happened last year.
Obviously, this game is just it's just finished, but moving on to Friday, what are your thoughts on just kind of that game and what it means to both the programs?
Our guys are excited to play this one. I think they've been looking, just like we talked about Temple, I think they've been looking forward to playing these guys again since last year. And they got a good team, we got a good team, and a lot of the players know each other. And we're going to do the best we can to prepare, but I know that the guys are going to come with emotion on Friday, and we're glad to have it at our place.
You guys starting preparation tomorrow, or how is that schedule going?
Yeah, coaches will probably land and go straight into work, and then we got to have some level of walkthrough or a short practice tomorrow because the conference gave us a short week.
Anything else? All right, we'll get some student athletes in here in a minute. Coach, thank you.
Thanks, sir.